So I met this dude just before my birthday. And I met him online. And, the engagement was cool at first. It was a good conversation. Him starting off telling me about himself and me telling him about myself. And we were getting along and all of that on the phone, good conversation. And then one day he had called me because, he drives trucks or whatever. So he was like, oh, I'm at a hotel. I stopped at the hotel because I got sleepy and, I just pulled over to give me some rest at the hotel, he told me. I was like, okay, that's cool. You don't want to be driving when you're sleepy, because I know at my old job, they were telling me that driving sleepy is worse than driving drunk, which is true. You should never drive sleepy or drunk, but driving sleepy is way more tremendous than driving drunk. So we rapping. He calls me on FaceTime. We rapping on the phone. I see the hotel room or whatever. Then he proceeds to say, well, won't you ride out here to see me? Which was like an hour away from where I lived. And I proceed to tell him, I don't know you like that. I'm not about to meet some stranger at a hotel room. Oh, you can take off. I'll pay you for the day and blase, blase, blip. You won't catch me on another 48 or on the back of a milk carton. So I'm telling him this, and it's like he's not catching an attitude, but he's trying to run game on me and manipulate me. I'm like, Slim, I don't know you. I'm not meeting you at no hotel room. What we can do is just, converse on the phone, kick the bobo, and when time permits, we can do what we originally planned. I'll meet you at a restaurant or arcade or the golfing course or somewhere out in public, and we can further, talk or whatever. So we continue our conversation, and then we hang up. And like the next day, he texts me, well, I don't think, this going to work because everything got to go your way and you staying in control of everything. And I say, oh my gosh, he must think I'm a little girl or got low self-esteem, or I don't know what's going on in his head, but he got the wrong idea or whatever about me. So I'm like, Slim, I don't know you. I'm not about to meet you at some hotel room and anything can happen. You can have a gang of niggas in there ready to rob or grape me. So he proceeds to say, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and let you do you. Need to remind you, I met him like 2 weeks before my birthday. So that weekend we had planned on going out, go out to eat and chill with one another. He was like, well, I'm not going to meet up with you. I'm going to go ahead and send you $100 so you can hang out with your girlfriends and this, that, and the third. Oh, okay, thank you. Then my birthday came. He sends no money. Then like 2 weeks later, he calls me. But before then, he was like, oh, I ain't going to bother you no more. I'm going to let you go and do you. I was like, oh, okay. And then 2 weeks had like passed or whatever. 2 or 3 weeks had passed. He texts me again, talking about, well, when I really like somebody and I'm feeling somebody and this, that, and the third. I said, this nigga must think I'm back in my 20s or early 30s. Real gullible and green. So I'm like, well, how you got all these feelings and we only known each other a few hours? I'm like, well, what is this coming from? Like what kind of, what is good? So we ended that conversation. I ain't hear from him again. Then he called me again, quarter attitude, telling me he gonna delete my number and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know you. I have no emotional attachment to you. Like, I don't care. So he texts me today And he like, well, I wish we could have connected on a better level and this, that, and the third. So I text him back like, who is this? He was like, oh, and then he was real passive aggressive in his text. He was like, oh, I guess you don't have my number, and that's cool. Oh, okay. I'm like, well, how you calling me being passive aggressive instead of being a real man? Say, hey, I fucked up. I still kind of like feeling you, and can we hang out? What would be a good day and time for us to link up? Instead of calling me on some little boy ass shit. So when I called him on his bullshit, and I'm like, you could go ahead and do you. You ain't got to reach out to me. I'm like, you still got my number. I ain't got your number. You still reaching out to me. You keep telling me you're going to delete my number and this, that, and the third, but you still reaching out to me. So he calls himself up there trying to come for my occupation because I do security. Up there saying he and I in two different tax brackets and I'm hard up for $100. Excuse me, sir. I'm blessed and highly favored. And it's not even about the money. It's about you standing 10 toes down on what you said you was going to do. I never asked them for the money. I don't meet a nigga and be like, oh, I need you to buy me a tire. Or can you pay my cell phone bill? Or can you get my nails and stuff done? That's why I work. I work to pay for my own. I don't need a nigga or a man. I would like to have a man, but I take care of myself. And he calls himself trying to carry me. I'm like, boy, bye. What you mean we ain't too? Boy, if you got it, why you ain't sending it? Like I said before in a video, I've been around men like I could be at a bar. Like in my heydays, I remember this was years ago. This is when not the IBAX. Yeah, the IBAX. Was it the IBAX? It was one of them clubs. I had met this dude and I was already tipsy. And he was like, can I buy you a drink? I was like, I can't take no more drinks like right now, sir. I'm on my neck right now. He was like, oh, yeah, let me buy you a drink. Like I said, this was years ago. Right then and there, he gave me like $70. I never forget. And I'm trying not to be long-winded. I done been around men who got money when it ain't nothing. When they just peel off in front of you and say, here you go. You can have it. You can have it. Here you go. So what's the problem with you since we in two different tax brackets, since you got the dough? And like I said, it's not about the money. And this goes for anything. And my God babies taught me this. I remember I used to tell them like, oh, I'm going to come through and see y'all. And I never did. And then as they got older, not like their age now, but when they started getting older, they started calling me on my bullshit. They was like, well, you said you're going to come through and don't come through and da-da-da-da. From that day to this day, I don't say shit that I don't mean. If I say something, I'll be like, well, I'm going to try my best, or, okay, I'm going to do it. You either get from me, I'm going to try my best, or I'm going to do it. And I'm the type of person, I'm going to make you stand 10 toes down on what you say. If you say you want to do something for me, I expect you to do it. Do it. Don't tell me you're going to do something and don't do it. Because right now that makes you a liar. And I don't deal with liars. I don't deal with fake, phony, broke men or liars. And broke men or people in my category can be broke spiritually, financially, mentally. It's so many different levels of how the broke category can, work. But at the end of the day, June, July, August, it's been like 2 months later. I forgot about this man, but you keep reaching out to me. For what reason? You're giving me broke vibes. You're giving me, you got a girl. You're giving me that you trying to, I don't know what the fuck going on in your head, but you got the wrong sister. And since you said you was going to give me the money, you and I cannot have a conversation until you produce the money. I don't care if it was just $1. I don't care. You say something, stand 10 toes down on it. That's it and that's all. Don't tell me you're going to do something and then try to make it seem like I'm broke. Negro, I'm not broke. I'm blessed and highly favored. What the heck? Gonna say we not in the same tax bracket. Boy, bye. I'm like, and I told him, I said, you keep reaching out to me. I'm not reaching out to you. Dust.